Okay.
So let me see if sis is there. Okay, I don't think she's there. All right, so let me hang back up, try to go back in again. And if I'm still choppy, I'll have to try the computer. Just here we go with the bullshit. So, all right, sis, peace and love.
This ain't her. I think
Oh,
what happened.
okay.
Yeah, this is her saying. I just wanted to say they blocking the phone lines. They blocked my cell phone. I can't get through.
Yeah, Brother Sean had the same problem. I'm choppy as heck. I see your mom in there now.
Saying that the circuits are busy.
Yeah, they pulled this on us a couple of weeks ago. We hip. That's how they do.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, I just had to say that because I'm pretty sure everybody's having problems right now.
Yep. So, those of you that are on the phone, you're also free to jump on YouTube. Brother, you can go on YouTube as well. We are live on YouTube. But I'm real choppy, so I'm going to have to hang up and try to dial back in. Otherwise, I'm going to have to switch devices. So, and they're going to start to go ahead on with the fuckery while I try to figure a way to dial back in to get in.
Alrighty.
Peace and love, brother. Okay, let me bring on sis. Okay, sis. Hopefully you heard everything I said. I'm gonna. Okay. Well, you and Brother Sean are gonna start off. We'll go ahead on with the fuckery. I'm really choppy, so I'm gonna have to drop and try to come back in for the third time.
Yeah,
okay. So.
I know.
Yeah, it's busy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, Brother Sean, y'all go for it. I'll call back in.
What's in power, sis?
Peace and love to you too, bruh. It's terrible out here in this world. It's getting tough
Go ahead and get it started. Say, go ahead and get it started.
Oh, you know what? I was just saying it's tough in California, and it's going to be tough in the nation. I'm trying to figure out what the game is. I know that it's intentional, whatever it is. I know that I saw an article that China and Russia and Pakistan and India then stopped the U.S. currency. They ain't going to take the dollar no more, so that makes a problem. But then, I'm trying to figure out what is going on because I know it was an intentional thing that was done as far as this COVID stuff is, from what I could see. But yet they're giving away the money. So, next question is, have they got information from our ancestors or something, from Ethers, to give it up? And they're giving it up. They're closing the bank. I mean, not the banks, the courts. They're closing everything down. So I'm like, what the heck? And I know they had rehearsals for this stuff. What would happen, da-da-da-da. And they had the one where the president had the stuff himself, and he was in critical condition, and the vice president, so Pelosi was in charge. But why are they giving away the money, but the money isn't any good? We're the only ones to spend it since the Russias and Pakistans and Indias and Chinas, they said they ain't taking it no more. They're going to trade within themselves. So what you got on that? Anything? Huh? You there? Brother, I can't hear you.
Not available. If you leave your name, number, and detailed messages, I will get back to you shortly. Thank you, and have a great day.
Oh, you trying to get her on? Well, you got our answer machine then. So anyway, I was just curious because I could see the reason why they crashed this. Huh?
Go ahead.
I could see the reason why they crashed in the stock market because it was fake anyway. But why are they giving stimulus packages and giving out the money? I remember a stimulus package some years ago, but now this is a little different. And, of course, Italy has been hit the worst. And that brings up a point. Remember when the planet was crying and people heard voices and sounds and moaning? That was in Canada, I think France, and Spain, all over the place. Do you know that those are the people that took us down the most? And these people's spouses, like in France and Canada so far, has tested positive, they say, for this virus. I'm like, whoa. And, of course, Italy is home, so they're having trouble, a big amount of trouble, because it's the Roman Empire that, has ruled over us for many years. And then there's locusts and devastation everywhere going down. Of course, I know that's prophetic stuff, but I can look at Ezekiel, I can look at Isaiah, I can look at Jeremiah, I can look at all the prophets and see this stuff coming to pass. And but I'm trying to see, is this play acting on their part, or is this really the real deal? And now they're trying to get sports people to come out there and test, and they're upset because they were singled out to get the test, especially NBA. Was it NBA? So they're complaining about that. But see, those are people with melanated skin, and they're trying to show that we're part of the drama too. But when I speak to people in the stores, they're saying, hey, we know that this was for us. Melanated people are saying, we know this was for us, and it backfired on them. And I say, yeah, seems as so. Do you have any thoughts on it? Brother Sean? I'm running the show. That's interesting. I can't hear him at all. But anyway, I wanted to, once the people get online, I like to see people's thoughts, because I can see Jeremiah 4:7. I can see Ezekiel 1. I can see Deuteronomy, where our curses are supposed to be over. But a lot of people don't believe in the scriptures, but I can see it, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And Revelations with the locusts, and Israel and Egypt had massive flooding. It's flooding the deserts now. So it's an interesting time, and I just don't want them to play act the end times and let it just, be the real deal, because then their reign over us is over. So anyway, it's just what I was noticing, and I know I'm talking because there's no one to talk to. I guess I can talk to myself, but Brother Sean is trying to get Rhonda back on the line, and she didn't leave anybody's line open but mine, I suppose. My line is open. So I just went to the stores, the people who don't have diapers for their children, and they got the toilet paper gone. I have no idea what toilet paper means, why they're buying up all the toilet paper on the shelves. It's just really whack. There's no wipes. There's no food hardly. And I don't know if trucks are delivering, because I can see from where I am the trucks when they come, and I should take a look and see if they're in the lot, for them to bring food. They're saying it's going to be more food, but from what I understand about what's going down, there's not going to be that much. So,
Brother Sean, you back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was
All
just
right,
running my
sorry,
mouth.
sis. We know you was. I know you good, baby. We literally just got back on. I hope I'm not choppy, family.
Just a little. It's just a minute
Okay.
bit. You know, I'm just seeing over here at the Walmart, I don't see any trucks delivering over there. And the shelves about empty over there. So,
Where are you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean.
People have to realize that this is the way things have to be. Nothing's ever going to be the same again.
no.
This system is done for. And as far as for him giving away debt notes, you know, the people going to spend that right back with the corporations. So, I mean, it seemed like he doing people a favor. I mean, he may actually be. But ultimately, it's to bring down the central bank, period. All that's doing is increasing their debt.
Right.
Yep.
So, he don't care.
Well,
They
you know,
already
it's
got
like,
a new system. They already got a new gold-back system set up. What we need to be wondering about or concentrating on is, are we let that shit come online? The whole system has to go, period. All of them.
True that.
It's just all fuckery. I mean, let's say this coronavirus thing was what they're trying to make it out to be. Are people still debating? Our people still ain't came together. You still got motherfuckers debating to this very motherfucking day. Calling each other names, defamation, this, that, that.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't coming together. Coronavirus did shut down the market. There is no financial market right now. None. Period. Trump has the authority right now, considered it a national emergency, to give away all that fucking money if he wanted to.
Yep. Yep.
It still don't mean a goddamn thing. Bottom line is, a lot of shit happening, a lot of arrests, all type of shit is going down right now. If you didn't take care of your business before now, you fucked. You've been told for years. We've been telling people.
Yep.
If you fucked, it's because you continue to be a slave to the goddamn system.
Yep.
You ain't supposed to be dependent on this system.
That's right.
That just simply means that you ain't got a relationship with mama or your ancestors. That's all that means. I mean,
Yep.
think about it. They fighting each other, and they willing to destroy everything and everybody in the process. And instead of you removing yourself from the fuckery and letting them do what they do to each other and then getting your shit together, now you gonna go down with them.
Yep.
And still looking for them motherfuckers to save you. Ain't neither side about to save you. They trying to save them goddamn selves. But it ain't no help for them. None.
Nope.
They done for. And if you want to be with them, you done for. I mean, as far as for the spiritual side of this,
Brother Sean cracking me up. He going in. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have broke your groove. My bad. Go ahead.
for everybody that's just sitting up trying to think positive, I get it. But as you see, that shit don't work. How many of you people sit up and think positive thoughts every day, but you still get sick?
right.
You still get hungry. People still die. I'm quite when somebody get hit by a car, they wasn't sitting up there thinking, I'm about to get hit by a car, fuck it, I'm going to get hit. But they sitting up thinking, I'm going to get hit to death. Quite sure they was thinking about something totally fucking different, but guess what? They got hit.
Mm-hmm.
You still in this physical reality. What you gonna do? Everything been took place, been taken care of on the soul realm, spiritually.
That's right.
What are you going to do physically to make some shit happen? As far as for the manifesting,
Mm-hmm.
the manifestation come on your part. And you knowing who you are, you would know what you're trying to manifest and what you have to get rid of.
Yep.
And what we got to get rid of is this motherfucking system. Period.
Yep.
We were supposed to be fucking Corona. We were supposed to shut this bitch down. Corona said ain't nobody working. Y'all ain't getting no money. Nothing. Y'all ain't doing shit. That's what we should have did. We've been had the power to do this. But y'all still waiting for the system to take care. When this downfall is actually what you asked for. Every time, oh, stop beating me, stop killing me, stop taking from me. You know it's answering you. And then you turn around and you get credit when good shit happens. You get credit to the government or to Jesus. You get to holler, won't he do it? And he ain't done a goddamn thing. If he up there, all he doing is watching, laughing at your monkey ass.
Exactly.
How your oppressors and you don't go to the same God. I'm praying to the same God, but this God said that it was okay for him to kick your monkey ass. And it's the God you pray to. The one day, after all your pain and suffering, you get to go worship at this motherfucker's feet for all eternity. You don't get to sit next to him. You don't get to look up at him. Nothing. Didn't it say no man's eyes can look upon the Father? So all you gonna look at is this motherfucker's feet for all eternity. After all this suffering that you went through. And you get on your knees now and ask to be on your knees for eternity. Fuckery.
Indeed. Woo. Thank you, sis, for holding it down. Thank you, Brother Sean. Thank you, family. We got the crew up in here tonight. Shout out to Purple Pill. Brother Scotty Saturn was in the house first. Mons Lydia, shout out to Lisa Burke, shout out. I know, shout out to Reginald that just came in. I'm trying to get everybody out. Teach one. Oh, I like that. I like that. Epic Sounds, KW. And if I missed anybody, please forgive me. But shout out, Mr. Tyrese 21. Open Your Eyes. So shout out to everyone on the YouTube platform as well as Blog Talk. Scotty said, go in, Brother Sean. Purple was saying that Brother Sean ain't no joke. I'm like, And when he in, he straight up ain't playing. All right, family. Chow, honey, chow. We got to go in before we get into the regular material. So, concur with both everything sis said, of course, everything Brother Sean said. Again, we talked about this last week. You are witnessing the collapse of Babylon. I'm going to say that again. You are witnessing the collapse of Babylon. Now, whether or not folk want to call it the rapture, Armageddon, that's what you are in the midst of. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's all spiritual. The spiritual warfare has been going on because the folks that have held this, or the entities that have held the planet hostage from a consciousness perspective, knew that the age was changing and switching over. So now motherfuckers want to fight to the end, and then they want to throw some trickery and fuckery in there also. But like I done said, and I'm going to keep saying, mama got the last motherfucking say at the end of the day. All right? So all of this corporation shit that you're seeing, that is them, on one hand, collapsing the existing corporation, behind the scenes, trying to switch over to a new, quote, quote, corporate structure. So this time, when they're trying to roll it out, they want to throw in these trinkets. Okay, we're going to give relief checks. We're going to defer this bill. We're going to defer that bill. Now they done snuck in the universal health care the universal income that I told you that they was working on fucking last year. That's what these whole $1,000 to $1,200 checks are about. It's a secret, quote, quote, reset. Because remember when we read the Georgia Charter, the corporation was told, I don't give a fuck what you have to do. If you have to do a remix on this shit, remix it up to keep it going. Okay? But as Brother Sean said, we were supposed to be, with our consciousness, shutting this shit down. All right? So, Mother Earth ain't for the bullshit no more. Now she's waking up out of the slumber. She's building her strength back, and it's clean up motherfucking time. So all of these corporate entities, if you pay attention in the news, you seeing motherfuckers step down from these corporations. You know why? Because the bitches don't think they're not going to be held accountable for doing all the fuck shit that seeing these CEOs step down every fucking day. We're hearing of a new one step down. Now, they've been doing it over the years, but you're really seeing it happening now, okay? And a sis and I were talking earlier this week. I said, you know, this is like I remember when I was younger and you didn't get up in trouble. All right, let's say, you know, moms went to the motherfucking parents-teacher conference and you was just showing your monkey ass for the whole entire semester. And she like, oh, okay then. But she told you, I'm going up to that motherfucking school today. You let them tell me something differently. That's your ass. Now, you know you've been showing your ass all semester. So then all of a sudden, you at the crib cleaning up the motherfucking house, and thawed out the chicken, seasoned the motherfucker up, put it in the oven, did your motherfucking homework. All of the shit that you were supposed to be doing in the beginning. But you think when you cross that motherfucking threshold that that's going to change her mind from fucking you up. Now, I don't know what household y'all grew up in, but the household I grew up in, did none of that shit matter. As a matter of fact, you got fucked up extra. And what's the first thing she say when she fucking you up? You should have been doing that all along. You think I'm a fool? You think I'm going to let this shit pass? But at the last minute, you decided to pull your stuff together? You don't get no pass, and you get fucked up. That's what you're seeing, twofold. On the one hand, they're scrambling to try to throw the people a bone to hopefully get you all to agree from a consciousness perspective that, yeah, they have our best interests at heart. Okay, they going to start it back up. And then on the other hand, see Mama Earth, see Universe, see Galactics, we going to do right. I done told the system, I done fucking told Babylon, I done told your motherfucking horde that you're going to pay. And it ain't nothing you can do, nothing you can say, no amount of motherfucking trolls, misinformation, none of that. Because the constant and the truth in this universe is the universal laws and the motherfucking truth itself. It's always going to stand. So this is pay up time and the fall of Babylon. All right? So now that's on the physical front. Let's get to this coronavirus that got everything on the shutdown. Shout out to Rap the News and Brother Collide. Rap the News is on the religious side. Hey, I don't judge people for what they do. That's his business. But I'm going to tell you one motherfucking thing. Them two brothers, they are the only two that I know of that told you all that red oxide dust is going to get worse and worse and worse. The coronavirus is the dust particles from the atmosphere. Now, I highly encourage you to go check out Rap the News. He put out a video yesterday, and he lined up the symptoms of the coronavirus. He lined up the symptoms of China and them complaining about dust particles making their people sick, and it is exactly the same. All right? That those dust particles are coming from, if you want to call the planet Nibiru, if you want to call it wormwood, whatever you want to call it, it is coming from that extrasolar system that swings into view when we're going into a new age. That is why when the sun sets and the sun rises, you see that red hue on the horizon. All right? That is another reason why the plasma activity is a lot higher. It is because the magnetic field has extra magnetic activity with these additional solar systems coming into play. Yeah, that's why they're calling it an epidemic, because those dust particles will get in the lungs, and it is similar to you having pneumonia. And the dust particles are so small, they're not, that red oxide dust is so small that it's not naked to the eye. And that is another reason why they keep spraying the skies. But we already told you they were spraying the skies to block out the other planetary systems in the sky. All right, let's go on. Check out Gina Marie. She's a Caucasian lady on YouTube. She got a badass channel. She's been for years providing receipts of the extraterrestrial spacecraft in the sky. Day before yesterday, she tracked on NASA and them motherfucking shit, their motherfucking satellite, another craft coming through, and that craft was big. All of a sudden, you see this swarm of other, she thought it was ships. The spirit world told me, no, that's the corporation trying to throw up a motherfucking shield. All right? Now, after Gina Marie posted that video, the very next day, Trump card came on the air and he fucking said we are at war. He's speaking that the corporation and their entities are at war with the universe, not trying to, because they are going to totally free the planet.
Yeah.
So that was his way of sending out the signal to folks in the know that these motherfucking sky entities, this activity, goddamn, it's kicking up.
Yeah.
So pay attention. It's on 3 fronts. Babylon is collapsing. They're resetting behind the scenes, but they're resetting to try to start up a new system. But the real motherfucking tea, like Brother Sean said, like we've been telling you for 4 years, is total galactic fucking cleanup. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. So I'll pause in case y'all want to put something on it. I know I kind of went out there.
Hey, let it do what it do, sis. Let it do what it do.
You did all right,
But
girlfriend.
yeah. Go ahead, sis.
Now, I was just, like I said, I don't know if you heard me, is that the sounds, remember the sounds and the moanings of the planet? And people were catching it on video, and then they had them great dust storms. They had the moaning in Canada. They had it in France, Spain, all over the planet. The planet was groaning. And people were like, what is that? What is that? I said, ooh. You see, because those people tortured and killed so many of us. Like Canada, they beheaded so many women and children and our men. And they had one picture where they had the men's heads all cut off, lined up on a wall. And then, this stuff start coming to my mind as I'm listening to what's happening now to what's going down. And I'm like, they had the Niagara Falls is really called the Fall of Tears, because they killed 900,000 Canadian Indians, the Iroquois, or there's another few tribes that went up into Canada. They killed them too, and I said, wow, these guys are getting payback for that stuff, because they're getting the coronavirus too. And I said, it's a shame that we have to pay for what our ancestors did, especially when we're not trying to correct it. And they're not trying to correct it. They're trying to keep it. Like Trump said, the way we got it is the way we're going to keep it. He declared war right then and there with our ancestors. And then he declared war yesterday. I heard him. I said, oops, there you go.
Yeah. And a lot of the other governors have started coming out saying that also, and hey, that's on them. Like I didn't fucking told them. I bet you they won't stand their monk ass outside and say that bullshit.
They said
there is no hiding. They're hiding. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
They're trying to get those heavy-duty respirators, so if they go outside, they can breathe that stuff. But if that's those dust that's doing it.
I have forewarned them. Go outside, tell the motherfucking plasma that.
Yeah, you did.
Shit. That dust ain't the only thing. intelligent. So tell that motherfucking plasma that they can't go up underground. Just today, wait a minute, Utah had a motherfucking earthquake the other day. Two other places had an earthquake today. This shit is a wrap. This shit is a wrap.
Wasn't Utah, ain't Utah supposed to be the so-called epicenter of it here? No, I mean, it's supposed to be the epicenter of the corona thing here.
Yeah.
Utah?
That was the first team to have a player, players with it. First team to cancel their season. Just look at everything that's happening there. I mean, I know when you was getting ready to go, sis, as far as for Utah, Utah, this, that, and the other, but either way, it carries a great amount of grief.
Yep.
It's a lot of,
Indeed,
quote-unquote, negative energy harnessed there.
Yes.
And this quote-unquote unbalanced negative energy
Yes.
You know, they keep...
Go ahead, sis.
The Mormons have the records of the planet, you know, and they hid all that stuff. They won't tell you the truth to save their lives. They hid all the records and all the stuff that went down, and so because they, you know, Joseph Smith came over here and he took his share too. They all took the share of the planet, but they won't tell the truth. They have halls of records of everybody, your ancestors, everything. So to keep us in perpetual.
It's not their job to tell us the truth.
No, I 1,000% agree.
All they done is came and wrote down what they observed. They observed our ancestors. So all they done was kept records of things that are within us.
Yep.
They don't have to admit a motherfucking thing. They done for either way it go. So we shouldn't even be expecting them to tell the goddamn truth.
That's right.
And that just further lets you know that in these times, considering everything that we're quote unquote allegedly facing, they still won't tell the truth for their own sake. Like you said, they won't tell the truth to save their life. They damn sure won't.
Nope, because that's the oath that they took.
Yeah.
That's the oath that they took, and that's why we keep saying, you know, be careful who you think is on your side.
Because they got everything to lose.
Absolutely. 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 So real quick, Purple said that the dragon is also red, and then Brother Scotty Saturn came back. The dragon and the plasma and black lightning had a huge red electrical dust storm that shifted dimensions. Absolutely.
What about that?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Brother Sean.
What about that plasma on altered carbon?
And see, I haven't even got to that yet. I got to get to that this weekend. I'm going to have to get to that this weekend.
Well, you know, talking about the alteration on the physical side, when I heard this man teaching that the 5G and the 6G is altering the oxygen level of the people. And also I heard that the 5G is waking up latent bacteria inside of them and viruses. And all of that's working against them as well, just like you said it would, Rhonda.
Yeah, I already took and told them. I took and told them that, number one, 5G, that's them trying to keep up with mama's frequency. So that's why they really don't care who is harming. And it depends on how you are resonating from a vibratory standpoint. Because if your vibratory rate is on mama's part and with the universe, that motherfucking 5G ain't impacting you. It's not impacting you. Mm-hmm. Now, I am going to say I'm not going to recommend on this motherfucking dust. Do be careful of that, because if it gets in your lungs, that is going to be pneumonia-like material. But other than that, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brother Sean.
Maybe that's part of what they're throwing in with this whole corona thing. That's how they're trying to cover up some of that.
What, the 5G stuff?
5G. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, as far as for the red oxide dust and what it's doing to people. Now it's causing.
Yeah.
No, and how it's causing more gallons on them.
Yep.
Amongst other things. That's
now hold that thought. That more gallons, we went over that bullshit last year, remember?
Exactly.
We talked about that motherfucking nanoparticles. Let me just tell y'all something. Think about this. See, I told y'all everything they try, quote, quote, to do is going to backfire. Now, in their defense, that oxide red dust, that's coming from the solar system. Mm-hmm. So, damn, Brother Collide, I knew you was right, but here's, I think, the science behind it. Breathing in that motherfucking dust, depending on your vibration level, who the fuck you are, will activate that Morgellon shit and cook your monk ass from the inside. Now that makes sense.
That's what it's going to do.
Now that makes a lot of sense.
And also, when he said we're at war, he was also talking about it's full on with the deep state.
Yes,
because the deep state is the one behind this attack. They're the reason that everything is shut down. As far as for the borders being shut off, Canada, any place else. I mean, that border wall don't seem like a bad thing. Now do it, considering how many motherfuckers could have came up in there with the coronas and whatever else they've been bringing up. I believe them goddamn bed bugs came up out that goddamn border too.
Oh, because them bed bugs are every fucking where now. I'm like, how the bed bugs gonna be in the South? Them fuckers worse than roaches, y'all. But anyhow,
yeah.
I got
the whole thing is with their war with each other.
Yes, it is.
Motherfuckers got to pay for the shit that's been happening. Period.
Right.
And they closing off these borders and shit, stopping them from being able to travel. Once they've been indicted up under those charges, which he implemented his first year in, that he could seize their assets, he taking all their money. So they ain't going nowhere. They cutting deals to keep their reputation in place, telling on each other.
Yep, dry snitching. Yep.
All this shit is about to come out. But ultimately, it's still a fucking distraction from the bigger picture of what's going on. Because, they're also at war with other beings.
That's right.
The deep state got their own entities that they're in bed with.
That's right.
Trump and his time traveling ass, they got entities that they fucking with.
right.
I brought him back with him.
Them ships up there, they helping to heal mama. They helping to clear up the air. They taking care of the shit that they know we're not capable of taking care of right now. But the shit that we supposed to take care of, they ain't gonna interfere with that. They ain't gonna tell you what the fuck you can do and what you're capable of. You got to figure that shit out.
That's right.
They're looking at you like this. This dumb motherfucker can move mountains with a thought. And he's sitting there getting kicked in the ass.
Right.
For no goddamn reason. These dumb motherfuckers.
And been on this bitch for thousands of years. And still dumb as a motherfucker. Right.
Like, what the fuck they done let happen? And they let these little weak, mutant motherfuckers take over. Mainly with words.
With words.
They done lied about the numbers that they didn't kill. If you go by the history books and all the people that they claim to have killed to get this, there wouldn't have been a motherfucker left.
Exactly.
And we know that they ain't built shit.
Yep.
They admit that it was shit here when they got here.
Mm-hmm.
And if melanated people was the first people on the planet, and it was shit here when these things popped up, who you think built that shit then? Who should you think it is?
Right.
They ain't even really been here long enough to everything, because hell, we don't remember everything. Mm-hmm. So you know they damn sure don't know.
Exactly.
So why keep depending on them for information?
Exactly.
The only thing you need to know from them is when the last one is gone.
Yep.
And then you got to deal with yourself as far as to straighten this shit out. You can't be looking to the white man to try and save your ass. You got to restore your relationship with your mama.
Right.
Can't bring the white man in your house. Family business. That's the reason we fucked up now. Motherfuckers keep running outside to the man, trying to get him to fix their business, telling everything that goes on in the house. Even before computers, everything that went on in your house, because your dumb black ass went and told them everything that goes on in your house. But telling them motherfuckers everything. That's what they want to know. They want to know everything about your black ass. And you tell them. That's why we fucked up now, because some of us had ancestors that were some bitches.
Yep.
Let the fuck out. I don't give a fuck if you upset about your ancestor being a bitch. He was a bitch. Look what he did. Sold out mama. Mm-hmm. Sold out his brothers and sisters. Sold out everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's nothing personal against you unless you still trying to claim that shit your ancestor was claiming. What does that make you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
and I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's amazing that the people, I went to Walmart and to see for myself, because I needed a few dairy things, and I went over there to look, and sure enough, everything is
and now you
gone.
breaking up real bad, sis.
I know you guys always breaking up real bad. Everybody. Brother Sean was breaking up, you was breaking up. It's just, the system is just broken up. So people went over there, and I talked to some of the ladies that work in Walmart, some of the melanated one people. They said, "Child, this is a mess. They did this to do us in." And I said, "Mm-hmm." And they said they're coming back on them.
Sis, you literally, we didn't hear a word you said on that last part. It was like,
Oh my. Let's see. You breaking up, Sean's breaking up, I'm breaking up. So you want me to call back in?
ooh, I'm almost afraid to tell you call back in. Am I breaking up to you now?
Yeah. The more truth comes out, the more you break up.
YouTube family, somebody hit me up and let me know if you can hear me clearly right now. Because I don't sound choppy to me.
You sound clear to me too, but that's probably because we on the same line.
Yeah. So YouTube family, somebody hit me up in the chat and let me know if Brother Sean and I are breaking up. Oh, it's saying all of us are breaking up. Ain't this a bitch? Okay, yeah, because Brother... Yeah. Okay, KW said they can hear me, so we're going to go one by one. Am I breaking up? Okay, it's at different levels. Okay. Yeah, sis Hope, we're on Blog Talk. They funky ass. It's been choppy like this since we started. Okay, I'm going to bring on 832. Let's see if 832 is choppy. So hold on a second. I may have to shut this shit totally down and restart everything. So hold on a second for me. Let me bring on Brother 832. Peace and love, brother.
Brother! Sandra!
Yes,
our sisters from other misters! Feathers up!
Better
You're
job, brother.
gargling. We're all gargling. Listerine, Listerette. Sean, my brother from another mother, sitting on Mount Olympus, throwing them black lightning bolts down tonight.
Indeed, bro.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to kill a bitch? If you haven't been watching, like Scotty Satter and a couple of other people that was on, because I got locked out in the first half hour, couldn't get into the line. And I'm not sure if it's still choppy and cutting up now while I'm speaking.
Yeah.
In the Black Lightning episode that I think was the actual climax of season 3, Wayne Brady is the great uncle of Black Lightning, 100 years old. Over 70 years started the meta-human system by the American, I'm going to say CIA, NSA, which they call the ASA, in the show. And Bill Duke, you know, is the evil genius behind the ASA, right?
Mm-hmm.
His daughter, they call Lightning, that's the baby girl. She the one turned into a starburst looking like the sun when she lights up. And the episode that Scotty Satter was talking about, yes, they had a red-type dust percolating in the atmosphere, and it caused an alternate universe that they did. You know how they crossed between all the episodes, The Flash, Batwoman, the DC Legends of the future. They did this alternate reality and alternate universes with Black Lightning bringing to the you know, he became the hero that saved all of the alternate universes and then brought himself back to a reality where nobody remembered anything but him. Now, Wayne Brady's character, who is the original mutant, or metahuman, as they say in this series, and I don't want to give away because I'm sure you haven't watched it yet. If you haven't, this just came on, I think, last night, as a matter of fact, the latest episode. He had a power that he got from, remember the doctor, his wife, is a geneticist, right? So she left a booster shot that allowed him to absorb multiple powers from other metahumans. and in a climactic fight scene between the two of them, he looked at him with a certain look in his eyes and started beaming microwaves to cook him from the inside, Rhonda. So
yes.
I'm talking about Wayne Brady's character. In the storyline, he goes back to World War II as black men that were used, in digging ditches and building latrines and being cooks and all that because they scandalized our men to the claim that we weren't fighters, prevented us from participation, even though that goes all the way back to Crispus Attucks before this so-called colonial America was created. They want to continue to perpetuate the mythology of the black man as a beast, but at the same time he's a coward. The black man is an animal, subhuman, but at the same time they've lied about all the brilliance, the patents, the inventions, the insight, and the actual brilliance that we have used to build this entire nation, system, civilization for the so-called superior, stable genius sitting in the White House today, right? Sean, you're correct. Not only he called himself a wartime president, have you seen all these bigots on the conservative white Republican side of the aisle now going around hollering about we need to be on World War II footing, trying to compare himself to Franklin Delano Roosevelt? I agree with everything that y'all have said up to this point about whether or not this is warfare with the extraterrestrials, that we still don't know that these, what do you want to call them? You want to call them test tube babies? You want to call them mutants? You want to call them, I don't know, to me the jury is still out. Are they human? Are they human-like? They are definitely inhumane in their behavior. They have absolutely no regard for the life that has existed here when they first came into contact. They have had nothing but contempt for the actual descendants of the original inhabitants, which is the way we are treated and perceived throughout media coverage to this very day as we speak. The other thing, if you've seen the video on YouTube, I think it's called 5G and COVID or 5G and coronavirus mirrored. There's a white woman in that video that shows certain scientific things that are the actual platform that 5G runs on. It's called 60 gigahertz.
Mm-hmm.
And that particular spectrum, I'm using air quotes here because, again, if this is true or not, it can be simply proven or disproven by scientific study, absorbs oxygen molecules. And not only that, causes the electrons that are connecting O2, because oxygen is two oxygen molecules connected together.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
It causes the electrons to alternate in how they rotate. Within the video, they showed a man, this is an Asian obviously there, and I'm just going to share what we are being told, because again, we are only repeating what we're told. We don't have independent scholarship, we don't have independent media, we don't have independent journalism, we don't have independent sourcing separate from underneath the oppression that we suffer under these people. But this gentleman standing normally in the midst of wherever the street that he was outdoors, just fell over like a tree that was cut. And you could almost say, timber, bop, straight on his face. Now, we typically describe that as what we call fainting, fainting spells, but that essentially means you are having oxygen deprived.
Preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Some facts before parting. Wuhan district, which this will come out very soon, is the vast majority of where manufacturing takes place, as in a la Foxconn, which is the primary vendor for Apple telephones, iPads, iPhones, etc. They are also almost 100% under 5G coverage. The 3 hospitals that they created in 1 week. Now, can America build anything in a week? 3 hospitals, 100% on 5G platform in the same Wuhan district. Now, what do we call this, conspiracy theory or coincidence? I don't know. I'm just pointing out certain facts. Ultimately, you know who is built, and I know you're in the tech world, unless you may be familiar with it specifically, but you are familiar with Huawei, Huawei. It's a major Chinese corporation. Between them and Foxconn, you're talking about the two largest players of what's going down with not just 5G, but we're talking about the entire infrastructure of communications, satellite technology, where people receive cable programming and all other types of high electronic platform access, which would be Amazon, Internet, etc., is throughout what is called, I call it Trump Nation, white rural America. You know who built that entire infrastructure across the major swath of the middle portions of America? Take a guess.
Who?
Huawei. So
that's what they put in jail.
The greed and insidious avarice and despicable behavior of these nefarious, criminal, whatever you want to call these Caucasus or European demons. They first allowed that company to be here for more than 2 decades. They have built the infrastructure of connectivity for this bigoted white America that's going around, screaming and hollering the MAGA hats and loving Trump and all this nonsense. They are also possibly already being infected, whether that dust you're talking about or the exposing of the 5G wave signals are already just immersed. They're immersed in that. So imagine now you got this dust that you just talked about that may be increasing in the exposure as Nibiru, gets closer and closer. The actual oxygen molecules are being absorbed and altered by the 5G platform.
That's right. That's what
we are following these people, as Sean has been very much declaring tonight, out of our idiocy. Who's the fool? But I'll just point this out in part because, like you said, altered carbon, Sean, you were talking about, they refer to that thing that has a lightning-type behavior, whether you want to call it plasma. In the altered carbon, they call it angel fire. That's what I was talking to you about last week. This stuff shoots across, this is supposed to be an interlocking network of satellite structure that was in place at this world, which they call Harlem's world, before these invading people came here. Now, how much ancient technology that we're being told now, like these bogus fools running around there called ancient aliens, and supposedly informing and enlightening us about our past, our antiquity, that we still are clueless about, they still can't figure it out. The main example is they have yet to replicate one goddamn pyramid, and those are the youngest pyramids, the fewest number, and the tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, that are around the rest of the world where we existed before. Where the hell did they come from? And I yield.
All right there. All right, brother 832. Peace and love. And damn, I'm sorry I couldn't hear them, but other folks said we're choppy. But they can hear us. So I'm kind of up in the air whether or not I should just restart it all over again, shut both platforms down. So y'all just hit me up and let me know if it's unbearable, and I'll shut both of them down, and we'll have to restart everything up. So I'll do it based on the vote system. So in YouTube, hit me up. If it's unbearable, I will totally shut it down and restart it. So if y'all don't hit me up, we're going to keep going because, like, I'm talking now and it sounds clear to me. So peace and love, brother 832. Damn, I wish I could have heard you better. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis. You have something you want to put on it?
No, that's what he was talking about, the G5 and the G6s and stuff, and that way, hallway. It's a Japanese a Chinese woman. They told her not to start that stuff, and they put her in jail. And she was trying to bail out of jail, and I think she went somewhere to skip extradition back to the United States. So they kept building these towers though, in the community, these huge towers that would handle the 5G. No matter what they say she can't do. And then, Apple and those guys on their iPhones, they started doing the 5G phones. So, like I said, they said it cooks you like a microwave. It cooks the oxygen and thickens it up and heats it up. And they launched the 5G as far as I know of. They did launch it. And it may be in direct relation to the coronavirus as well, because people can't breathe. So
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
no, you go ahead and put your word on, because I always just trying to wire it up. Go ahead.
Okay, so I guess from all I wanted to put on it once again is that it's a couple up front, because their 5G technology is backfiring because, number one, it's in the wrong frequency. And I don't know if you all are familiar with Dr. Dilbert Blair. He transitioned a couple years back. He was pure metaphysics.
Yeah.
Pure metaphysics. I learned a hell of a lot from that man. A lot of honor and respect to him. He told us that the frequency that they were using back then was keeping the frequency on the planet lower. So they knew that the vibration, Mama Earth was going to raise her vibration. So that's where this whole 5G stuff came in. Number one, to try to keep up from a technology standpoint. That was just a small part. The bigger part was to keep hold on keeping the vibration lower, so the original organic people of the planet and the universe can stay at a lower vibratory state and not rise with the rest, okay? But as I called it a few years ago, I said it did not matter, because that shit was going to backfire, all right? So now you have that very combination of the 5G microwaves hitting, the red oxide dust, and let me go back to Blog Talk chat room, because I think it was Brother Scotty who broke it down about of that together is fucking over set of people. I'm sorry, go ahead,
Did you
sis.
say what he said, Brother Scotty said? Because I missed it.
Yeah. Of course, I'm looking at the chat room. You don't get to see that
No,
unless you log on. Yeah. So, Brother Scotty Saturn said the Hua 5-3 and COVID together, along with the dust plasma. Absolutely. So basically, the combination backfired. So in other words, their 5G and the universe's plasma dust is microwaving folks, and it's cooking them from the inside. Now, Caucasian people, this is going to be rough for y'all. This is going to be rough, but I have to be honest, and it's a shame that they're not telling you this. You are like really, really going to suffer from that because of your genetic makeup, okay? Because you don't have a higher content of melanin, and because you are the youngest one on the planet, it's literally going to be cooking you from the inside out. And that's the fucking sad part. Okay? Because everything that they do to try to keep a hold on the planet is like, oh, motherfucker, you want to use that? Okay. So what you put out there, now it's going to be used against you. So all folks that grew up in the church, or all folks that are familiar with church folks saying, any weapon formed against me shall not prosper, that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And the sad part about it, the folks that are answering to these entities, because they didn't made a motherfucking contractual agreement with them, they don't give a fuck about their own people. So they know this shit is gonna destroy them. They took a gamble with that 5G stuff. So that's pretty much like, oh, well, you know, if you motherfuckers survive, you survive. And now the universe said, oh, but bitch, you knew that we was coming through with this motherfucking system. So now this dust we shaking out, goddamn, got these nanobots that y'all thought y'all was going to release on the people. Now your shit activates those nanobots. And if you don't have a certain genetic makeup and enough high melanin content, it's going to cook you from inside out. Because with that dust, remember, the UV radiation is high as well. Okay? That is the reality of it. So you're going to continue to hear them talk about being indoors. You're going to continue to hear them say that. Now, we recently just heard Trump card kind of say that this could last for, 18 months?
Yeah.
So that means all through the motherfucking summer. Because I'm going to tell you what they did, and Brother Sean can back me up. It was getting ready to get warm up north. It was getting ready to get warm real early up north. Because, see, I look at the plants. The plants tell me when it's getting ready to motherfucking get warm. And the daffodils, late February, they had sprung up. So that tells me that the soil underneath was warming. So them motherfuckers was like, oh, shit, it's getting warm too early. So they spun that weather modification shit into place to do them quick little snowstorms, because that dust really would have been off the motherfucking chain. The UV radiation really would have been off the chain. So they had to swoop in, bring that motherfucking storm in, roll out this motherfucking corona story to get people in the house. Because when they can no longer hold back them, that's why notice they kind of start putting these quarantines in place before the real New Year happened, which is today. They know that's really not going to be a good thing. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people. Yes, Scotty Saturn. Yes, the day COVID quarantine happened in Los Angeles, they made it rain hella hard to make people go inside. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is what's going on. So the good part about it, again, as we say, yes, it's the ending, all right? But it's the ending of the low vibratory system that was a fucking nightmare. It's the ending of everything is going to change, family. Everything will absolutely change. It will never be the same again. But it will be for the better, for the good. This is literally freeing everyone that wants to be free. There's no longer holding back consciousness. And each and every time, I keep saying this, each and every time they try to suppress it, they try to suppress the truth, that shit's going to backfire. This is the end game. So all you're supposed to be concentrating on again is your consciousness, taking care of you, your family, breaking generational curses, and break the dependency on the Babylon system. Break it. That's why we said for years to make sure you have your supplies together, basic necessities of supplies. We literally was talking about that shit for 4 motherfucking years. Since I've been on the goddamn air. Have your backup supplies. Have your medication. Start as much as you can breaking your dependency on the system. Because if you don't want to break your dependency on the system, when all of the, now notice what I'm going to say, when all of the dust settles, you get it? When all of the dust settles, if there are folks standing that ain't supposed to be here, their asses is out of here. They have to leave the dimension. And I'm not so sure if they will get that opportunity. Because me personally, I think of motherfucking Avengers when Thanos snapped his motherfucking finger. What happened when Thanos snapped? Two things happened. The first was the Avengers now. They were trying to keep the same system going. When Thanos snapped his fingers, that disintegrated them into what? I'll wait. They keep showing you over and over and over and over again. And Stranger Things.
They keep cutting you off.
They motherfucking showed you time.
They keep cutting you off. We don't know what the Avenger did. I couldn't hear it. We snapped his fingers. I got you. And then they cut most of your statements out.
Okay, Brother Sean, did y'all hear when I said when the Avengers, when Thanos snapped fingers, what happened? And then I paused, and Brother Sean said they turned to dust. Did you hear that, sis?
No, I didn't even hear that.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Are we really bad now? I'll start this shit.
I think you should restart it.
15 minutes. So bear with us. I'm about to restart. All right, family, we're going to restart. I'm going to have to shut both platforms down, and then I'm going to restart it right back up. So bear with me. All right, sis and Sean, let me shut this shit down. They getting on my motherfucking nerves.
Mm-hmm.
You want us to call back?
Okay, then. Yeah, but I got to start a whole new show. So give me a couple minutes to start it.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.